And welcome back to Lantern Corps video. Well, as I said with the Sensui Pokemon Team video, we don't do enough Yu Yu Hakusho videos on this channel. So, this week's Lantern Corps video comes to us again from JRC, who had also suggested that video. What Lantern Corps would younger Toguro be in? Now, this is the primary Toguro. Despite what a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people, but when you think Toguros, you think the younger Toguro. Do you think this Toguro, this was the main antagonist? He is actually, though, the younger brother, which I think a lot of people kind of overlook when you hear that. Most people just would say Toguro. But whatever. Either way, the question is, what Lantern Corps do I think he belongs in? Now, I think there's a couple corps we need to just get out of the way right now. And most importantly, the character is dead. So, Black Lantern. The problem is, in the Yu Yu Hakusho world, death is, your spirit continues to linger on after you die. There's the spirit world, demon world, all that stuff. So, it's difficult to say how exactly that would work. But yes, the character is dead. So, by that admission, he can only be a Black Lantern. But let's assume for a moment the character wasn't dead. Let's go with when he's alive. What Lantern Corps does he best qualify for? Well, that's actually all dependent on where you get him in his life. Because if we're going when he won the Dark Tournament with Genkai, I'm going to tell you right now, Green is a very possible option for him during the Dark Tournament we see. But back then, Green, where he had to get stronger and, get stronger to avenge his students who were killed by the demon that he ultimately modeled himself after. But also Sapphire, because it was revealed him and Genkai were in love. They were lovers. So that's also a very possible option. And then Red, because he was motivated by anger to, avenge his students that were murdered. So there's a lot. If you're going by the younger years of younger Toguro, those are some solid options. But let's be honest here. When we think of younger Toguro, we don't think of that youthful kid who was in love with Genkai. No, we think of this hulking monstrosity. So which Lantern Corps does this guy belong in? The main younger Toguro from the main series of Yu Yu Hakusho that we see. Well, as I said, I think Green is a legit option. And I'm just adjusting the image. I think Green's a legitimate option. It took a lot of willpower to do what he does. He's overcome a lot of great fear in his day. He is certainly a dangerous individual in most circumstances. So I would say Green is a very real possibility. Unfortunately, unlike with his younger self, I can't use love. He's probably still held love for Genkai. I think he said it hurt. It broke his heart to see what she had become, the old woman that she had grown to be. And I mean, I don't think love is what motivated him ultimately. So I can't really say love. I also can't really say rage, though. Even though we clearly see him get angry, it's more that he's just like, Argh! It's more like, he gets angry more than he's motivated by rage. It's not like he's got a true fire of rage burning inside of him. I don't think it's that. Even though I'm sure he was always looking for that challenge. He was always looking for someone to put him down, basically. And they ultimately found that with Yusuke. But unfortunately, I don't see rage being the acceptable option. As I said, he's already dead, so we got to factor in the Black Lantern Corps. Also, he killed a lot of people too, so you could make that argument. He is alive, and by all accounts, he is kind of a nigh immortal demon when we see him. Demons don't age the same way. Demons can die of old age, but it takes a while. So weirdly enough, white could be a theoretical category, but the problem is he's also kills a lot of people, so that kind of negates the white of the Lantern Corps. Blue is no real, there's not real hope in him, per se. I mean, he hopes to find a worthy adversary, a worthy opponent. That was about as far as his hope went. He's not very compassionate, although he can show some compassion, definitely. He's not heartless by any stretch of the means, surprisingly. And then that just leaves avarice and fear. Avarice, yes, he wanted fights, he wanted challenges, but I don't really count that as greed. Yes, he's never really satisfied with those fights, but that's different than constantly wanting more. He's not constantly lusting for battle, like a Kenpachi is. And even then, I don't know if I'd count Kenpachi as a avarice lantern either. Like someone like Mayuri. Mayuri would be avarice. Mayuri would be avarice. Rando. If you're talking about Yu Yu Hakusho characters, Rando, the guy who stole techniques, he would be avarice. But Toguro to me doesn't strike me as avarice. The one Lantern Corp though, I think even above the black, of course, assuming he's alive, above Will, it's fear. At least everyone within those arcs, arcs between the Yukina arc, it's rescuing Yukina, and the I think words here, and the Dark Tournament, they were afraid of Toguro. Like Toguro's reputation, his power, his ruthlessness. No, it preceded him. They were afraid of Toguro. And honestly, rightfully so. Toguro was a bad mother. But he was a great villain, too. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, weirdly enough, I have a lot of the Sensui arc and the entirety of the Demon Tournament arc on DVD. I need to pick up, like, the whole series at some point. I loved Yu Yu Hakusho growing up. And I still love Yu Yu Hakusho. One of my friends loves Yu Yu Hakusho. We watch Yu Yu Hakusho sometimes when we're at our place. It's just great fun. Some of my favorite characters, Jin and Chu, are just some of my favorite characters. Group of crap is brought out here. Won't you be my own true Sheila? Oh, well, I've been around forward to being a shinobi and all, but it's got a chance to run again with Yusuke that brings the fighter Amy step. Well said, Jin. Oh, God, I love those characters. Ryzen was a great character. I liked Ryzen's character a lot. Hiei's a fan favorite, man. Kubara. Kurama. Yoko Kurama. Man, I took, Toguro, all the teams of the Dark Tower, just some of the Saint Beast. That was just a fun art series, man. Great series. But yeah, honestly, to me, I actually don't think it's much of a contest. I think Toguro's a Yellow Lantern of Fear. Pretty easily, hands down. I might make the same argument for older Toguro, or the older brother Toguro, too. I don't know. He might be a bit more. He's a bit more deranged than Toguro. His younger brother certainly, so he might qualify in a different Lantern group. But I don't know. That's my thoughts. I think ultimately he's a Yellow Lantern with a Lantern ring of possibly green as well. But obviously because he's dead, he would be a Black Lantern first and foremost. Although the spirit world is a very weird place. Who knows if a spirit could qualify for something beyond a Black Lantern. But let me know what you think. You think I'm right on the fear, or do you think it's green? You think he's got to be black, or you think it's any of the other 6? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below and let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point, and hit that bell if you want notifications. I'll be back on Wednesday with I think we're on part 10 now? What part of the Naruto Rinnegan series are we? That's a good question. I mean, I'm keeping track ultimately, but like, at the moment, I'm like, oh, wait, I mean, I know I got the next part coming, but what part am I on? That's the question. That is the question. Would it be noble to not do the video? Oh, no, we're on part 11 now. Wow, we're just mushing along here. I'm actually trying to think. Let's see, part 11, going into the next part of the tuning exams. I'm trying to think of where I'll probably end this what if. I can guarantee you, it will probably go into the 20s. I doubt we'll be going into the My Hero Pokemon, My Pokemon Academia, where it's the 40s. I doubt that. I very rarely go past the 30. In fact, I'll except for the My Pokemon Academia what if crossover. I don't go into the 30s almost at all in terms of the what ifs. 20s, yes. In fact, regularly especially for the Naruto ones, those ones tend to drag into the 20s. But ultimately, who knows? We'll see where it ends up. Till then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you folks on the flip side. Yeah, I said that. What you gonna do about it? Later.